The slush fund to end all slush funds. Folks, this is a truly bizarre story. It came out last week. I was remiss in not bringing it to your attention. But with all this talk about Karl Rove's $200 million and what he spent trying to slime Democrats and beat Democrats in the election last year, apparently off in the deep recesses, the bowels of conservatism, off in the shadows, there was another group funded by the Koch brothers that spent $250 million sliming Democrats and attempting to influence elections. Nobody knew about it. Number of news stories generated by it during the campaign season, 0. They did something, it's partially contemptible, but partially pretty slick. They created a 501c6. That's typically just for trade associations. You know, you're the trade association for professional engineers, and you want to lobby for licensing change for engineers. That's what the trade association 501c6 rules are for. And I have no idea if this is actually legal, but they did the whole thing as a 501c6, which normally political reporters completely ignore. And they were able to do all their dirty work, all their mischief, and not get any attention. Folks, we need some reform in this country. Otherwise, the most powerful, the wealthiest people in the world are only going to have more power. They're going to divert even more resources into their own pocketbooks. And it's going to make the current inequality we have in our society look like a Karl Marx manifesto of happiness. We are really getting to the point where it's frankly not that different from sort of 1980s Central America, where you've got 14 families who own 90% of the wealth of certain countries. We're not that far away. Something has to be done. Meaningful campaign finance reform has got to be one of them.